In a heart-wrenching turn of events at the Paralympics, visually impaired Spanish runner Elena Congost was disqualified and stripped of a bronze medal in the women's T12 marathon under circumstances that many have described as cruel. Congost, a highly respected athlete, had run a grueling 3-hour race alongside her guide, Carol, and was on the brink of clinching third place before an unfortunate incident at the finish line led to their disqualification. The race had gone smoothly for the pair until the final moments. As they neared the end of the marathon, Congost and Carol were well ahead of the fourth-placed Japanese runner, Misato Michishita, and her guide. With a comfortable 3-minute lead, there was little doubt that Congost would secure the bronze medal. However, as they approached the finish line, Carol began to experience severe cramping. In a moment of sportsmanship and camaraderie, Congost agreed to slow their pace to accommodate her guide's physical strain. After hours of running together, their teamwork was the key to their success. But just 10 yards from the finish, disaster struck. Carol stumbled as his cramping worsened, and in a reflexive, compassionate gesture, Congost let go of the tether connecting them. The tether is a crucial tool for visually impaired athletes, allowing their guides to keep them on course. Releasing it, even momentarily, is a violation of Paralympic rules. Congost's split-second decision to help Carol regain his balance was made to prevent him from collapsing to the ground. Once Carol had regained his footing, they crossed the finish line together, believing they had secured their bronze medal. What should have been a moment of triumph quickly turned into a nightmare. Shortly after the race, Paralympic officials informed Congost and Carol that they had been disqualified for violating the rule requiring visually impaired runners and their guides to remain tethered throughout the entire race. Despite the circumstances, and the fact that the tether was released only briefly and out of concern for her guide's well-being, the rule was enforced strictly. The disqualification meant that Congost lost the bronze medal she had rightfully earned, and the third-place spot was awarded to Japan's Misato Michishita instead. The decision has sparked widespread outrage and a heated debate about the fairness of the ruling. Many have pointed out that Congost's actions were entirely in the spirit of sportsmanship, and that her brief release of the tether was a human reaction to help her guide in a moment of distress. Critics of the disqualification have argued that the rule, while important for maintaining competitive fairness, should have been applied with more flexibility given the extraordinary circumstances. For Congost, the disqualification was nothing short of devastating. Speaking to the media after the event, she expressed her disbelief and heartbreak over the decision, stating, "Why have I been punished for helping him? I did what anyone would do. I helped a teammate in need." Her words have resonated with athletes and fans alike, who have rallied behind her and called for the ruling to be overturned. Congost is planning to appeal the disqualification, and many are hopeful that the Paralympic authorities will reconsider their stance. Supporters argue that the situation warrants a more compassionate approach, and that Congost's actions should be seen as an example of the strong bond between athlete and guide, rather than a breach of the rules. The case has also raised broader questions about the rigidity of rules in Paralympic competitions, particularly in situations where athletes are faced with unexpected challenges. For many, Congost's disqualification feels like a harsh punishment for an act of kindness, and they hope that the appeal process will bring about a fairer resolution. As the sporting world waits for the outcome of Congost's appeal, her story has already left a lasting impression. It serves as a reminder of the unique challenges faced by Paralympic athletes and the importance of compassion and understanding in the face of adversity. Whether or not the disqualification is overturned, Congost's actions on the marathon course have earned her admiration and respect, not just for her athleticism, but for her humanity.